Like a lot of you today, I got onto My Hero Ultra Rumble and didn't realize that they were going to add a completely new character out of the blue. So today I'm bringing you 5 tips and tricks to play Mr. Aizawa very well on the first day of his release. The first thing I fully noticed about Aizawa was that using his alpha quirk when jumping will usually instantly destroy a building, so you can use this to catch up to somebody who might be hiding inside of one. Additionally, this might reveal your location if you're trying to escape from an enemy team, so you might want to be careful of this by also, if you're nearby one of these, just tossing in a beta quirk if you really needed to get behind one of these, because the splash damage on this breaks a lot of objects. The problem I've noticed with Aizawa's bandages are that he immediately goes for a kick that as far as I know so far on day 1, we can't fully cancel out of. So whenever you go for this, you're going to usually end up having to climb, but you end up ending up way further down. So if you're chasing somebody, like maybe an Ida's very slippery, they're moving away, they're moving up this wall, and you really want to catch them, you could just go, instead of using an Ochako method, you could instead just channel your inner mount lady and just decide to start kicking the air while going up to completely clear that wall. Even despite what I said about using alpha quirk while jumping and wanting to use R1 after it, if you're sure you have the positioning right, when you jump and do this, you can effectively not end up hitting the building. I find this very hard to do, at least on day 1, so I don't think you should attempt to do this in your matches, but eventually I think this would be pretty good Aizawa tech for us to use going forward. Lastly, I just want to add, as an additional tip, I think that Aizawa himself, at least at the start of the game, is not a 1v1 warrior that's going to be dealing all the damage by himself, doesn't need a team. He's not that. He's more like a support character at the start of the game. He is meant to grab them, bring them in for his team, deal assisting damage, but also open up opportunities for your teammates to get the damage. I think this could entirely go out the window when he's level 9. Just for example, this deals so much more damage towards the end to where it's half their health. You could hit them multiple times with this one, but instead of 25 damage at the start, now it does 170, and then he just starts going crazy with damage once he gets level 9. But at the start of the match, you're not going to have any of that, and his damage is pretty low. So I really think that you should attempt to work with your team, even if you don't think they're very good. Aizawa seems to require it, and or a more passive playstyle and thought process at the very start of your matches. Those are all the tips I have today. I might have some gameplay of some matches I've had with Aizawa later, but for now this is it. If it helped you, give the video a like, and I'll see you later.